the cradle of Mesoamerica. The Olmec civilization flourished in what is now the Mexican state of Veracruz and Tabasco. Between 1200 and 400 BCE, often referred to as the cradle of Mesoamerica, the Olmec laid the groundwork for many of the cultural, artistic, and religious elements that would become staples of later Mesoamerican cultures such as the Maya, Aztec, and Zapotec. But who are the Olmec people? What was their way of life like? And how did they influence later Mesoamerican cultures? Let's find out. The Olmec civilization is considered to be the first advanced civilization in Mesoamerica. They are known for their colossal stone heads, which are some of the most iconic representations of pre-Columbian America. But the Olmec were more than just sculptors. They had a complex society with a sophisticated understanding of agriculture, trade, and religion. One of the keys to the Olmec economy was rubber. The Olmec lived in the heart of Mesoamerica's rubber belt, an area that extends from southern Mexico through Central America and into South America. The Olmec were the first people known to have cultivated rubber trees and used the sap to make balls for a game that is believed to be a precursor to modern basketball. The Mesoamerican ball game was not just a sport, it was a religious ritual, and the Olmec were at its heart. Another factor in the Olmec's success was their location. They lived in a region that was surrounded by mountains and tropical forests, which provided a variety of resources and also served as a barrier against outside invaders. This allowed the Olmec to develop a thriving regional trade network. They grew crops such as maize, beans, and squash, and they kept domesticated animals like dogs and turkeys. They also developed innovative agricultural techniques like the raised field system, which involved creating small plots of land above the surface of the water in shallow, marshy areas. This allowed them to farm on areas of land that were otherwise unusable, which in turn led to an increase in food production and population growth. The Olmec's influence can be seen in the religious practices of later Mesoamerican cultures. They had a pantheon of gods that included a rain god, a death god, and a god of the underworld. They also had a strong belief in human sacrifice, which was meant to appease the gods and ensure the continuation of the world. These beliefs and practices would later be adopted by the Maya, Aztec, and other Mesoamerican cultures. Unfortunately, the Olmec civilization declined around 400 BCE for reasons that are not entirely clear. Some scholars believe that overpopulation, warfare, or environmental degradation may have played a role. But whatever the cause, the decline of the Olmec allowed other Mesoamerican cultures to rise to power. The Olmec people are an important part of ancient history, and their contributions to Mesoamerican culture are immeasurable. From their impressive stone sculptures to their innovative agricultural techniques and religious beliefs, the Olmec left behind a legacy that would influence civilizations for centuries to come. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.